Okay, so if you're watching this, I guess you're looking at putting in a diesel furnace. So I'll let you watch the video, and then I'll come back with a few considerations that at the time of putting it in, I don't know if they weren't an option, but we were kind of working fast, and having used it now, there are a few things that I would change, and actually one big one. So anyway, watch it, and then I'll show you maybe how it might be a little better, especially in this build. Now your build might be totally different, but at least it's food for thought, and that's what we need. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Wow, is that ever cut nice, eh?
Went the wrong way. Now I can cut it off, do what I want, eh?
Yeah, right, yeah.
You know?
So what you're saying is this gets rid of those yellow-handled tin snips?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good.
But I've put the diesel tank on the back of the cabinet, and I use special bolts and everything to, on the other side, there's 3/4 inch plywood on the inside, 3/4 inch plywood in there. And as you can see, it doesn't interfere with anything. And then I got those, they're kind of like a bolt that pushes in on like a cramp-on or whatever the heck, clamp-on or whatever you call them. And then on the bottom, of course, there will be another piece of plywood that is only going to be for the purpose of pinching when I put it on the floor right there, because that's where it sits, and that'll just pinch it up against there and hopefully keep it square. Put in a Chinese diesel heater, and when we started testing it in the shop, you know, normal things happen. We found leaks and things of that nature, but what happened also was that the exhaust, and we don't know what the combination was of where it was trapped, the ambient temperature in the shop combined with the operating temperature of the diesel heater, but it melted the fuel line. So anyway, this created quite a concern for us, and we weren't sure what to do. So anyway, my brother figured it out, and I got to show you this, because this, I don't think I would install one of these without doing this, because this diesel heater thing, you know, you're not only relying on it for heat, it has the potential to create problems. Now, after we did these modifications, we tried it, and absolutely no issues. And we did a lot of temperature readings with these thermal scanning guns and all this stuff, where it was in the vehicle, underneath the cabinetry and all this type of thing. And I think it only ever got up to 75 degrees, and you know, but I'm not sure what the outside temperature of this exhaust is, but anyway, it was enough to stretch the fuel line and create leakage. So anyway, this is the product, one of the products that we used. This is kind of neat. They're boots for spark plugs so that they can go up against exhaust headers. So they're like a sock. And now, hopefully this is going to turn out. I'm going to crawl underneath this van and show you how this system was set up, because my brother did a phenomenal job. This is really above and beyond. So anyway, I'm going to change the camera to the other side. Of course, I got to, you know, stop what I'm doing, and I'll go underneath and show you what his solution was. Under the van. So the one thing that he did was he pulled the muffler out closer to the edge of the vehicle so that the exhaust would not be trapped underneath the van. Because if you look, there's the exhaust, and it was underneath the van, totally underneath the van. And right here, ooh, where's my finger? Right up in here is the fan for the composting toilet. And he was concerned that if the exhaust was being trapped underneath the van, should a situation arise where by using the ceiling fans, the max airs, that it would create a negative pressure and potentially result in exhaust coming into the cab, being sucked in. So anyway, he kind of alleviated that. Now, this is what he did with those socks. As you can see, he took a header wrapped the whole exhaust system, and then when you get up here, the one with the metal banding right here, that is the exhaust, and then this up here is the fuel lines. And he's got the plastic fuel line right here, the thin plastic one, inside of two radiator hoses, and then covered in this sock. He's got this one. This is two socks at the top, and part of another one as it makes this bend. So no heat is going to get up into here unless it's being transferred out the exhaust. So anyway, yeah, what can I say? When you look at this, it couldn't have been done better, because we were quite surprised by what initially happened, and it was, to say the least, perplexing. Like, what the heck do you do? So anyway, so that's the exhaust system, and what else can I show you here? Oh yeah, here's the fuel pump. Where are we here? Yeah. Oh no, that's the intake for the air. And you can see there's a black material in front of it, right in here. Oh, yeah, right in there. That material, that's flexible conveyor belt material that's been put in. And yeah, and same again up in here. This is all that flexible stuff to protect yeah, that's the fuel pump up in here. Up into here, yeah, you can't even get in there. But anyway, that's the fuel pump, because he didn't want stuff to be able to hit it and, in the winter and stick on it and all that type of thing. So he's created a shroud there out of the same material. So, it's been done very, very well. And all the lines that we put in are all supported. It runs through the frame, and the actual fuel line, you can see it here. That's not the fuel line. That's a fuel line that has this little wee thin fuel line in it. So, and everything has been double insulated and supported, and yeah, it's been quite the project. And like I say, today we get to hit the road and see what the heck happens with all the things that we did here, because it's a lot of systems, that have to work together, eh? So, and of course, there's snow on the ground, so we're going into the thick of things. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you this because if there's anything that I would suggest, it's doing something of this nature because, you know, this has been very well protected, and hopefully it pays in the end, because you see how people just basically stick this stuff through the floor and don't do anything with it. So, you know, everything's been properly secured, double nutted to hold it in place. And anyway, that's where we're at. Now it's time to check out these KO2s, get them on the road. We're going to go up through Banff and Jasper and Calgary, so and then into northern BC.
Okay, well, I hope that was informative, because the issue that we had with that exhaust and how it was melting the fuel line, I don't know if other people have run into this. I will leave a Facebook page that I did get onto much later regarding diesel heaters, and I think they're a great resource. It's kind of scary to watch because so many people have problems with these diesel heaters, Chinese diesel heaters, and not that that should matter, but you know, they are cheaper, but potentially they have problems, and I have not, touch wood, had a problem with this furnace other than the installation, which is just to be understood that it's going to be a certain way. So what would I change? Okay, well, as you know, I'll show you here. In this installation, this is where, I don't know if you see it, yeah, this is where the diesel heater tank is. It's right in here, and that isn't an issue. The problem is 15 liters, and that equates to I think 2.5 gallons in that area. I'll leave some stuff on the screen for you, but at any rate, what I would have done if I could do it again, for a number of reasons, is, I'll put this back. As you can see, there's room between this 9-gallon tank and the top or the bottom of the sink. What it would allow me to do is build a cage down here, because it's roughly, the furnace is roughly the same size in this area here, this profile here. But I would build a metal cage and lift this up and put this fuel on top of it, strap it in, and then feed this to the furnace. That would serve two purposes. One, it would give you 9 gallons of fuel to use. It would be readily accessible. The furnace would be here, and it would be pulling the cold air away from the back of this door and feeding the appliance, so that it's much more efficient, I think. And in the event that there's a problem, all you have to do is take the fuel tank out. You can pull it right out there, and you're not, in my case, having to dig underneath. Like the way I put it in, there's nothing wrong with it. And touch wood, I haven't had problems, but that's not to say it's going to be that way forever. And I think that for these diesel heaters, the biggest downfall, and if you don't mind it, it's having to fill it up. Because every time you get fuel, you have to, because this vehicle is gas. So anyway, I think that that would be my biggest change. And you know what? If I got ambitious, it's not to say that I couldn't do it. And it's just a matter of how the performance goes. I was going to consider the gasoline one because of the pickup in the fuel tank, but I believe those gas ones, while being 5 times, 10 times more expensive, they only come in 2 kilowatts, and this is a 5. Don't be fooled. Apparently, they're all 5s. Some say 8, some say, I think, 4 or something, but typically when you look at the heating capacity of these things, they all turn out to 5 kilowatts. So having said that, there is a guy that I'll also reference, Mac 47 or something. I'll put his information up too. He does a lot of tests on these things from Australia, and hopefully you can make a decision that will benefit your build and how you're going to approach this. So anyway, I hope you have a good experience doing this. Be safe, and hopefully you're not going to have an issue in installing it and using it. So anyway, take care, guys. We'll talk to you later.